Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Ready to play with Krishna? Have some fun? Radha and Krishna? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let the games begin. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. There she is. Miss Universe. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, ah. Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oops. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita.
Lolly voice mode. Thanks for using.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Jai Srila Prabhupada. 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 Madhya Lila, Chapter 5. The Vyasa Puja of Nityananda. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Chandra, who is praised by the name of Murari. He is constantly glowing. He is the constantly glowing lamp of Navadvip. He is the fearless lion who has come to slay the atheistic elephants. He is the fearless lion who has come to slay the atheistic elephants. He has taken the knotted thread in order to demonstrate the necessity of regularly chanting a specific numbers of times a day, the Lord's Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which are his own names. See, that's not really why he did that. See, you got to remember the book, this is 550 years old. A lot of Brahmins have get their hands of it. You don't know, even the editor may have that. But that's not really conclusive. He didn't take sannyas for that reason. See, that was the opposite. People were thinking they could do their work their way to God, on their own terms, not on the Lord's terms, their own path, not on the Lord's path. Okay? No, he didn't do that. He did that just to trick these people we see come here every day. Oh, you guys don't follow Varnashram Dharma strictly. That's the ultimate. Therefore, you're not bona fide. Yeah. See, so he just did it as a trick. Well, it's not. It's good to chant. I mean, I like to chant. The thing is, our forte, our niche is people come here. You get the inclination to chant. You get the potency. You feel like, wow, this chanting is doing something. It's not just an austerity. It's something I'm doing just to complete it because you're supposed to. Okay? And so that's why Lord Chaitanya, once people came in that were Brahmins and stuff, they were confused because they said, "Why are you giving respect to this avadut here? He doesn't follow any rules." So they started to ask him questions, and that was his in. See, that was the trick. Oh, thank you for asking. Finally, well, actually, the way it really is, he's got bhakti, man. Yeah, all sins are burned up just by his communing with the Lord, by engagement in pure devotional service. He doesn't have to follow any rules regularly. If he wants to, he can. I just did it to attract and get these persons who are so critical of liberated devotees who are free. They have, so I just came to bring you closer so I can speak to you, so you listen. That's it, really, Yeah, so that I can, Nityananda is teaching what is real devotional service. I'm just mixing it just to, sometimes you got to mix something to get people, attracted, because just the straight thing is just too much. Even back then, it was too much for a lot of people, mostly Brahmins. Just too much. What is this guy's too free? We're not like that. You project your consciousness on. You can't tell. You don't know the symptoms of a free person who is freed by this path of bhakti. Yeah. So I got to be very quiet here. Still try to get the mute button, figure that out sometime. Um, yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like that. So he is the glowing lamp of Navadweep. He is the fearless lion who has come to slay the atheistic elephants. You know, isn't it nice to have the Lord is always ecstatic? That's why we can always come to him. Eh? Because I don't know, I can't stay ecstatic all the time. You know, he's like the sun, and yeah. And so, but he's always there. That's the thing. See, we're always, if people depend on the world, they think it's always going to be there. Your house is always going to be there. The biggest illusion is, oh, I'm going to wake up tomorrow for sure in the morning. It's always going to be there. My bed's, the sun is always going to be there for me. And it's not. There's a time it's just not. My husband, my wife is going to be there. Shamakuri knows about relationships. Always going to be there. Then one day, not. Okay? But Krishna, he's always there. Okay? So that's the teaching of the world. That's for people to learn. Get attracted and attached to somebody who's always going to be there. It's like in Lalita's class, somebody said something like, "Oh, you're attached to Guru. Oh, that is a bad thing. Oh, really? Where is that what they're teaching in ISKCON now?" See, everything is crazy. That's crazy, insane. Go ahead.
And attached on your opinion, Lalita.
Oh yeah, attached to the opinion. Well, the whole point is the parampara. They're supposed to have that guru one opinion, not guru all different opinions. That's why it says the real guru, their opinion is different from these others, because it's just the right opinion. All these other people, they haven't realized God, and they just cookie cutter them. Just make cookies of gurus. Oh, here's another cookie for you to eat, man. Oh, this one just got ate up by Maya. Here's another cookie for you. But don't get attached. You won't get too attached to them because there's nothing there really. Or maybe I've seen some people really attached to their gurus. It's almost funny because it's mundane. It's material. It's not spiritual. Even here, it looks like it's so ridiculous to me when I see people who are mundane attached to this guy here. If it's spiritual, it's beautiful. But if it's a mundane thing, it's silly, childish. But anyway, it's just part of the process. Yeah. So anyway, spiritually attached to guru, because then when the guru goes because of the body, they're always connected. You'll feel it. You'll see. That's what Jesus said. Oh, I got to go. Oh, don't. Oh, no, go. No, we don't. Well, don't worry about it, man. The spirit is outside, and then when the Pentecost happened, the spirit came inside. Then they felt Jesus. They were even more so, actually. Yeah. So, and the Lord did the same thing. That's why he took sannyas, and they're all, oh no, don't go. And he said, don't worry, I'm never going to leave you. You'll see how it all works. This is spirit. This is why we need that. If you're not like that, then like Narada Muni, see, he goes everywhere. He doesn't always see Krishna. I mean, he's in the material universe preaching, but he feels the Lord. He engages. Yeah, go ahead. What?
Satchitananda. It's like the attachment with Jesus.
Same
it's
thing.
Forever. It's the attachment with
Forever.
God. I never met him.
Yeah, you can always come back to them with a songbook and say, hey, you see, you're singing this friggin' song every day, and you can't see my Guru Day, spiritual master is my Lord and Master, birth after birth. What is that about if you're not? How can you be if you're not attached? See, they don't know conclusively. You're attached to this opinion. Because is this my opinion, or is that the opinion coming through the line? Well, it's my opinion now because I tell you, I possess that one. But is it the right way? You can ask, I mean, logically, is that lady who said, oh, you're attached to the guru's opinion, and and the songbook, which is the real Shastra, that's why it was chosen, for them to sing, so maybe after 50 years, something will go inside the ear, which it seems like it still hasn't very well. Birth after birth, my spiritual master. That means spiritual master means their opinion. Your opinion is, that's why I keep showing you. See, my opinion is not different than Ramachandra's, than Jesus Christ, Prabhupada, and all the essence is not different. See, and it's got to be that way. That's why the Lord empowers it, because it's the same Krishna coming through Jesus, coming through Prabhupada, coming through Lord Chaitanya. Same Krishna, same God. He knows his stuff. He knows what the essence is, and he informs his real intimate devotees. If you're not an intimate devotee, you won't be informed. You won't know these things. That's why you see, again, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. That's why the verse is there. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, give them the understanding. See, there, see, this is the intimate. How can we get out of Maya without the Lord's help? That's why he sends gurus. So because people need rooter, to come in there and clean the pipes, so there's a connection, reestablished again, and not covered over with all these brambles in the world, put up by these glowworms. People are wannabes. They just desire. See, they have the material desires to be guru, desires for the opulence of being a guru. It's like being a president. I'm telling you, it's so friggin' mundane. It's like, a person wants to be the president. They'll do whatever they can to become a president, but it's still material, right? Well, people do that with their desires to be spiritual teacher, a master. Oh, I'm a great teacher. Oh, I want to be a great teacher, so I think I'll join ISKCON. Okay? And it's not about that. It's about engagement in pure devotional service and the rasa dance. That connection and communion with the Lord, and everything comes from that. The dance comes from that. It's very attractive to the intelligent, but those who hold their own opinions or the opinions of non-liberated souls, who are still caught up in the material problems. They have material desires for being ministers. You know how many ministers get there just to go for the jet? They just want to, go for the private jet. Oh, man, and they get it. Sometimes two. There's one who got two. Can you imagine? He said, well, I need two private jets, Unbelievable in this world. And the guy looks like the biggest demon you can ever imagine. I'll show you his picture sometime. Unbelievable. The guy is laughable, and people believe, oh, you're such a great person. Just total demoniac, personality, and people believe in this. Is people see it's the Lord people have different kinds of gurus and teachers in this world. According, so the Lord just, give you this guy, that guy, whatever. But fortunate is you have one that the really transcendently empowered one has to line up with the songbook, with the scriptures. Because on my own, I could never line up like that. I'm amazed. It's a miracle. No, you guys can't either. Nobody can. But when you're in the real line, the Lord just lines you up, man. Because he said, I know, yeah, this is a flute. It's got a few knots and stuff. It's not perfect. A little rough, coarse. But I like it. This person's surrendering. Knows how to surrender. Either or that you got that from another life or in this life. Look, you guys are learning. You know how the surrendering process. You see, yeah, this is the way it works. It's really like this. My God, how fortunate the Lord has sent me an empowered guru to deliver me. Okay? You can say everything that Narottam said about his guru. That's in the songbook. Okay? Then when you sing the song, it's from your heart. You know these things. It's like, wow, man, my life, this is my life. It's always like that. You find the real good. It doesn't matter if they're a Sudra or a sannyasi. If the Lord empowers them, you found the Shukadev. Yeah? You're a Parikshit, Maharaj Parikshit. You're the wives of the Brahmins who went to the simple cowherd boys, in forest dress. You're a recipient of that kind of mercy. You're Bali Maharaj going to this little pint-sized Brahmin with a parasol over his head. Must have looked really dumb. Look at this pint-sized Brahmin, like a dwarf. You ever see dwarfs? They look kind of funny. He even gave up his guru for that. See, that's intelligence. That's Bhagavatam. That's why, Shama Sundari is the most intelligent devotee around. She gave up her guru for the real thing. She's following the real Bhagavatam, man. She's an example of how to follow this. This guru was in the way. He was not liberated soul. Too attached to mundane, ceremonies and things, and the pride of it and all that. She said, "Oh no," And then he comes up and says, "What? He can give you more than me?" And she says, "Yeah." Bye. I'm going to take your name away. Give me your beads back. I threw it a little bit of a tizzy. I said, give it all back, man. Not every lifetime you get a chance like Bali Maharaj. Took Bali Maharaj's important things away. That was his opulence. And Bali Maharaj said, hey, man, not every day not every lifetime you get a chance to have all your stuff taken away and then surrender to the Lord. See? So people are getting that here. Yeah. Shamaguri got a relationship taken away. And threw her for a little tizzy, but see not many lifetimes you get a chance for this. See? And you got it, see? So it's like the Lord gives you the opportunity where you can become a living Bhagavatam testimony. Okay? That's just how it is. And see, then you can relate to this, man. See, you're part of the relation. You become the living book in this world. The Lord can use you now. Put you in these situations is very fortunate. Yeah. So, all glories to Sri Vishvambara, the Supreme Lord of all living entities. He is the Lord and Master of Sri Nityananda and Gadadhar Pandit. See, Lord and Master of Nityananda. Ooh, she runs to the bathroom. She doesn't want to miss anything.
Mostly all
what?
I say mostly all women in that age have that problem. Yeah. Me too. Yes. What can we do?
Too many babies, it happens.
Yeah.
Or even one baby.
Yeah, with me it happened like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all glories to Sri Vishvambara, the Supreme Lord of all living entities. He is the Lord and Master of Sri Nityananda and Gadadhar Pandit. All glories to the Lord, for he is subjected by the love of his pure devotees, headed by Sri Advaita Prabhu. All glories to the Lord, for he is subjected by the love of his pure devotees, headed by Sri Advaita Prabhu. O Lord, please engage the conditioned living entities in the eternal loving service of Lord Krishna and release them from the bondage of material existence. Okay? But you have to have that love. You have to have that pure devotion. And it's such a high thing to do it on your own. You probably won't get it in many, many millions of lifetimes. So that you just take it as a gift. You got to learn this in religion, man. You got to, when the gift is available, just get the gifts, the distribution, of the gifts. See, the gifts is conclusive understanding, and this ecstatic potency to appreciate this conclusive understanding. Otherwise, people can't. That's why they can't understand it. They act inconclusively. They speak inconclusively. Oh, you're attached to your guru's opinion, like that's a bad thing. See, that's inconclusive. If you have a real guru, the idea is to be attached to their opinion. Because their opinion makes them ecstatic. That means it must be pleasing to the Lord. Otherwise, they wouldn't be ecstatic. The Lord doesn't like speculations. That's why these Vaishnavas can't get off the platform in ISKCON. Sachi said to me yesterday, don't, anyway, if I use your name, it's good, so get used to it. If you don't, well, that's a little purification for you. So Sachi says to me, or maybe I should just say, a devotee said to me yesterday. Okay, I do like that. A devotee. Oh, the cat's out of the bag. What can I do now? I'm going to get the ire. Oh, you mentioned my name. Yeah. So she says, I don't know. I have a trouble with you always blasting these gurus here. Blasting these gurus. I have a problem. There's some nice devotees there. And I said, yeah, that's why I'm blasting the gurus. Get them out of there, man. They're nice devotees. So get them on the right path. Why keep them on following false acharyas? What, they got to die, they're nice devotees. So give them an option. Let them see the truth. Let them hear the truth. I'm doing this because there's some nice devotees. There are a lot of nice devotees in ISKCON and all these other groups. But it's time for them to stop the con. Stop this no-show thing, man, because the gift is here, man. It's being given out plentiful. We got I have a blank check to, give this out. Whoever will believe this preaching, it's, your obstacles will be gone and you'll be connected with Christ. You'll feel it, man. It won't be like a pie in the sky. Well, they told me when I was in ISKCON, I was miserable because it wasn't a place for me. It was miserable. They were lying and cheating, sticking me out, making money all day long. Miserable, man. Working like a dog just to make money, and then they guy and steal it. They go and steal it and go away, and all this time it just was like ugh. And then did you want to say something, Lolita?
What about all those gurus who are talking bad about you?
Oh, yeah, well, that doesn't apply for them. That just shows you where they're at. They don't know what's real. They're not connoisseurs. They don't know what the summum bonum stuff is. We're into summum bonum. All the Lord does is throw them a few bones out there. Go. It's like, they got no meat on the bone there. It's just bones here, just because you just throw the bones to the dogs. That's all they get. We get all this nectar, all this sweet balls, and all because they just envious, jealous, and crazy. A little bit crazy. That's all. You got to be crazy. In other words, you're crazy if you don't want this ecstatic love. You're crazy if you don't want to be free from the cycle of birth and death. You're crazy if you don't want to love God that never will leave you. You're crazy not to want to have Lord choose your temple and live in it. You're crazy not to follow it's insane, the whole thing. Everybody's a little touched. What to do? God forgive them. They're in Maya. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a point in my story. Let's see. Let's see the story. It was. It was always pie. I was miserable, and they said, "Well, just tough it out in this life, and then Krishna will be so pleased." And then when you die, the pearly gates will open. Basically, they're saying, and then you go back to Godhead. But don't don't trust your feelings that you're miserable and all of this. I was spiritually miserable because I was happy when I first connected with Krishna, and then they even told me, "Oh, that'll all go." That's where you just get that when you first connect here. You know what it is? I tell you what it is. You come, you find Krishna, and it could be just up and up, and of course you go through stuff, getting purified. But as soon as you get into that association, the energy goes down. And that happened when Prabhupada left, the energy went down. And you can ask Janaki, ask anybody. The energy started to go down, 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 down because of the association. Nobody had the Acharya consciousness like he did. Living gurus. That's why there was havoc after Prabhupada left and after Bhaktisiddhanta left, because nobody could hold that consciousness. Prabhupada had it, but he, at the timely, he said, I never had a problem. They all had problems. They didn't have faith. Some of the sannyasis, and then they left and went to the Babajis, right? They rejected Bhaktisiddhanta. Prabhupada never rejected. And look at them, empowered. These other guys, you don't even know who they are anymore. Same thing, our preaching will go on. Why? Because it's true, man. It's the essence of truth. It gives life to people. You guys are the first fruits. People in general are just so contaminated by the association with these gurus. Hey, you don't like it? These preaching? Too bad. It's the truth. Yeah, that's why they don't like this preaching. You don't like it. What? You don't like the truth, and you're following people who don't like the truth? My truth here coincides with the essence of the Veda. People can all check it, but you can check their truth, and if you're open and you are a little purified, you can see what they're doing is not in the scripture. It's not there. What it's called idol worship. You don't worship a person to deliver you into the spiritual world that's not in the spiritual world. What's so hard to understand about that? Oh, he's in the spiritual world. He's in the spiritual world. Yeah, can he prove it? And none of them can prove it. They all dry eyes. Okay? No symptoms that you read in this book. No, not like that. No, you won't see any of that. There's maybe a nice flowery talk, nice memorized. Blah, 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 blah. Go ahead. What?
No witnesses. No witnesses.
Yeah, there's no power. All they do is show you a picture. Oh, I don't exist, man. Here's a picture of Krishna. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's just not live. Come here, because there ain't much time. The world is changing, man. This is the apocalypse time, man. It really is. It really is. It's what you read in the Bible, man. It's time. It's that time. You notice the attitude has changed with the leaders because they're making their move now. It was only in the works, working the shadow, making the move. Means the mode of ignorance and passion is in charge, and they're diabolical, and they're deceivers and liars and cheaters. That's what's in charge. Don't believe any of them out there that are in you can't say anyone, but you could, if you come here and get purified, the Lord will show you all these things. You'll be protected by the arms of the Lord, because people tell me, even I hear it all the time. Oh yeah, my faith in what you're doing, even though I don't come all the time. Oh wow, I feel the Lord's presence with me. No, that's how it works, man. It's always worked like that. Why would the Lord, empower somebody if it doesn't actually work, and you don't, like when you have faith in them, that you don't feel the spiritual presence, you don't feel yourself protected and all that. That's a sign, man. They're telling me, in ISKCON, oh yeah, you're miserable and all that, and it was never lifting, not at all. Didn't lift. Oh yeah, just tell you, just have faith in your guru there, Tamal Krishna. Oh yeah, Finally I couldn't take it. I said, listen, they said, don't go. If you leave, Maya's going to grab you. I said, I don't care anymore. I'd rather go to Maya, than to endure this hell. To me, it was like hell. And as soon as I left, I felt so good. So that was, And then when I was feeling so good after I came back to Prabhupada and his books and everything, I was thinking of going back. Oh, no, I wasn't thinking of going back. The guy put the thought in my head. I was going around in my motorhome distributing Prabhupada's books in ecstasy, listening to the Harikatha all the time. This was a wonderful time, and then I go to the temple president, who was morose in Houston, no, in Dallas. He was my godbrother, and he's now temple president. Morose looking, he wasn't happy at all that I was happy. And he said, I said, boy, I'm happy to be back with Prabhupada and distributing his book. I feel so good, man. I got this motorhome. I gave up my business because I just want to do full-time preaching, And he was morose. Don't you think didn't hear anything? Don't you think you should go back to your guru, Dave, Tamal Krishna? And I thought, I became doubtful. I thought, well, man, am I doing the wrong thing? But I lost everything. A minute, fear came in, lost the bliss, every friggin' thing. But then the Lord showed me, you see you ready to go back to that? Be cut off from me? Don't you know the difference between that and me, the real spiritual me, the real spirit? And I did. I said, I got it. Thank you very much. See ya later, man. Popped into the motorhome, turned the key, and blissed out like crazy. I always felt the pleasure of Krishna. It's a great test. Oh, freedom, man. Oh, yeah. So anyway, then then that was it just got better, man, just better and better. And then I had to go through the Narayan Raj thing and the Radhakund Babaji thing. Got through that one too. Same thing, everything, and down to Vaidhi, down to bland, everything bland and dull, and both of them, and then once I was out, freedom. Oh God, Jesus had to get me out of the Radhakund Babaji. They helped me a lot. There's a lot of poison in there. I can't say they're all, everybody's different. Everybody's different. And everybody's okay in a sense. They're all, but for me, I wanted the pure stuff. That was my heart. A lot of people don't care. Yeah, I like ISKCON. I like Gaudiyasmi. I think it's great. Yeah, great, I want pure heart. I want the pure thing. I like the conclusive truth, and I like this ecstatic devotion that none of them like. None. They get jealous if they even see it. The leaders especially. Over and over again, So, bottom line, Yeah, too busy wanting position. She knows. Janaki was 40 years in ISKCON around them. She had the gurus come to her and the leaders come to her house. She knows them. Bhagavan would come to her house there, smoking his pot and cigarettes and God knows what else, Yeah. Yeah. And, so she knows what's going on behind the scenes, and everything is a show. It's just like the world. What do you think? Clinton and Obama's, they put on a show for the world. There's the same thing in religion. The Pope is doing, they put on a show for the world, but what they are inside are dead bones, man. Dead friggin' bones. And you're worshiping that. So yeah, for all the nice devotees in there, are you ready for some truth, man? Where has it gotten you? Just ask you the question. Are you really happy? The Lord Krishna and Radha and Lord Chaitanya especially came to make the world happy. You got to find a real associate to find that kind of special happiness. And it's eternal, it's immortal, it's fantastic. There's nothing better than that. Nothing more purifying, nothing more protective, and nothing more ecstatic as far as feeling-wise. Nothing more transformative than this mercy here in this Sangha. That's what I found by roaming around. And people might have a hard time taking it. Well, too bad, man. That's the truth. This is my experience, my truth. I just spell it out. You can check these realizations in the book that you just show me where in any book, show me in the Bible where you're allowed to worship an idol to be delivered, where you think that's to deliver you. That's stupidity. And there's a lot here we have in Vaishnavism, the highest knowledge. And people are still doing stupid things that even in the Old Testament said not to do. See? That's why you got to go beyond Vaidhi, like the Old Testament. We got Old Testament Vaishnavism. You got to be raised to the spirit. You got to, whoever, see, man, read that yesterday. Whoever recognizes a real devotee, that a real associate of the Lord gets Krishna very easily. Otherwise, not. You'll be many lifetimes, like those gurus have said, like Narayan Raj said, many lifetimes before you'll get Krishna, before you get prema. You get prema, you get Krishna. No prema, no real Krishna. No Bhagavan realization. No transcendental mellows. Okay? That's available now, what he said many lifetimes. So what is more important path to take? Anybody interested in the real path? Or the one that gets results quickly, or you want some long thing, you could be so, you can get so puffed up on that path they teach with austerities, that's the way you can go. And I'll tell you exactly where it could go. That there was a washerman who did austerities. The Lord Chaitanya, it's in this book. He said this washerman did austerities like they do in the Narayan Raj group for many, many lifetimes, to get Krishna, to attain Krishna by that austerity way. So he got Krishna, got to see Krishna. What was his attitude? Just like the Narayan Raj group is here to me, to our group. Just like that. They get my friends, you're getting a Bhagavatam preview out there if any of you Narayan Raj people are listening. His attitude for path of austerity renunciation that they teach big heavily there. You do your 1 lakh and all the rules and all this, and we're Raganuga, we're pure devotees, purebhakti.com. See, you do all that, and then so this guy becomes a washerman in Kamsa's court, and Krishna comes. What are you doing? I ain't gonna serve you. I don't like you. Same attitude that they have. See? Oh, I'm a servant of Kamsa. See, I'm a servant of religious hypocrites. Is what it is. Kamsa was a religious hypocrite. He did what many religious leaders do. They're religious in name only, and on the backside, they're just the opposite. They only got in there for positions of power and control and all these things. And so anyway, you got to get over that obstacle. So Krishna got rid of the obstacle. He got rid of the washerman. See, removed it. See, that person's an obstacle. See, teaching the wrong thing, that's by austerities and chanting 1 lakh you can attain Krishna. No. You need a devotee association. That's the real purport of these books. And if you don't preach that, you're preaching some illusions out there. You need to, if there's a devotee here preaching like this, you just need to accept the gift if you want this. If you don't, you won't have attachment to chanting. It'll just be a dry affair. You're doing austerities now. Not the happiness of chanting in ecstasy. Then you'll have to just figure out, let's speculate that let's jump up and down like other devotees we read about. Let's look like we're having a nice big party. That's at best. And a lot of times people, they're just walking around in a circle, bang, bang, clang, clang. I couldn't believe I live in Mayapur and these speakers going right by my house. They're thinking, we got the louder the speakers, the more attractive we'll be. More will attract people. We don't care about sadhana. Just bang, bang, clang, speaker. I was sitting there trying to do some bhajan. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even preach. I couldn't do nothing. And I said, this is supposed to be this is the neophyte level where people are at, man. They don't know. They're not connoisseurs. So anyway, it is what it is. All glories to the Lord, and is subjugated by the love of his pure devotees. And that's it. Where's a pure devotee that has love? Because where that kind of love is, there's a pure devotee. a purified devotee, a Lord that is a devotee that's been chosen by the Lord. Doesn't matter what their position is, man. They could be a Sudra, they could be a Vaishya, they could be a sannyasi. But where is that love? People got to think internal now. Not external. Where's that devotee, man? Where's that rubber stamp? That's the world is run by externals. The whole universe, everybody's externally looking outside. They don't look. You got to hear the conclusive thing. It draws you on the internal level of the truth, the conclusive truth. That's the light of the world. That's the light the sun can't even illuminate. Can't illuminate that darkness in the heart, which is misconception. It makes you miss the real conception. See, it makes you misconceiving Krishna, conception of Krishna, just like the birth, man. That's why people are getting born again here, born of the word, because it's not a miss. We don't shoot blanks here. See, they're potent. See, that's the misconception is weak, it's speculative, and doesn't cause the spiritual rebirth. That was the Phariseers, right? Pharisees. See, they couldn't do it. Jesus comes and boom, does the job. He was sent here to do that. What do you think Gohari's doing here? We're sent for a job, right? A mission. See, to bring the conception of Krishna in people's heart here, to finish it. Everything that was held back by Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda is now an expose. Exposure, see, exposure. Without exposure, you don't get the true picture of Krishna consciousness. It's got to be exposed. Are we working with the words again today, huh? Where do these things come from? It's amazing. I mean, I love wordplay. Wordplay is like swordplay, it just cuts down. It's like, actually, the word is a sword, man. Even Jesus said, man, my word's going to be like a sword. It is a sword, man. It cuts down Maya, just chops it up, man, into little pieces. See, this verse is so perfect, man. It's the essence. It's 40 years, people, they don't understand this sentence, this one sentence. All glories to the Lord, for he's subjugated by the love of his pure devotees. See, if you don't have that love, and most of these gurus don't, then the Krishna's not subjugated. Okay? But if this love is awakened in you by you come in the real line, the real life line, the real lifeline. See, lifeline. See, you come into the real lifeline. See, going all the way back to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, and just grab onto that lifeline. See, and you're pulled right down through the line into the ecstatic stage. Yeah. And all of a sudden, then this love awakens in you. Oh, Krishna subjugated. Now he's your friend forever, just because of that love. Yeah. What do these classes are only going on because of the love of Krishna. The love. If the love goes, this will go. But you see, this is proof. The Lord, I just test the Lord every day. I'm testing you, Lord. Are you really faithful? I'm coming here every day. I ain't anything special, but you got to show that you're stronger than your Maya.
It's the fuel that makes us drive. It keeps.
Yeah, it's the fuel. Yes. Yeah.
May I say something, Guru?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
You are both frozen. Lalita's frozen and you are frozen.
Yeah, it's your thing over there. It's just your thing. I think I'm not frozen here, but you're frozen. I mean, it's coming from your side. So one thing you could do is if you want it to go, you could try go off and then come back on. That might increase.
The point is, I have to leave anyway, do some things. So
well, then, yeah, go for it. Yeah. So just either here until that, or just
okay.
It's your side. Okay.
See you next time. Haribol.
Okay. Haribol.
Haribol.
All right. So, oh Lord, please engage the conditioned souls in the internal loving service of Lord Krishna. See? And they say, and actually, okay, the Lord saying, well, I engage them through you. That's the whole point of this. See? You got to find where you're engaged in loving devotional service through the devotee, because that's how it works. If you're not engaged in this loving service through the devotee, you won't find this love. The devotees engage you into the transcendental, confidential service of Krishna in Vrindavan. There's no other way. They have to, and if you're, this is the problem with their teaching in the world, in ISKCON and all this stuff. They refuse to be engaged. No, we're going to do it our way. We're going to speculate our way into, okay, so that'll be a many lifetime thing for you. But that's not the way it works. You got to follow the book. And I'm just teaching by the book. That's all. You find a real devotee. And these are the symptoms. They have ecstatic devotion. They're very conclusive because of that. They have the right understanding and the real knowledge. And you listen to their opinion and get purified. See? That's the real path. See? Otherwise, you're just speculating. And then that's why it takes so long. It could be a short trip or a long trip, but it's up to the people. Anybody wants a short trip, you come and listen here, and then you can check it in the book. I ain't saying, well, let me listen to me and forget the book. You just look at our checklist. See? It's like the bait and switch. Oh yeah, here's Prabhupada's books. Come here, and then they come, and then they say, oh well, here's the checklist of what the real guru is. See, the real guru, you got to get that down, man. If you don't figure that out, the real guru is the empowered servitor of the Lord to deliver people in this world. They engage you in devotional service. See, like Madhavinda Puri. What happened? He got ecstatic love. He had the symptoms like you see here: crying, laughing, choking, all these things is symptoms of prema. See? And then Krishna appears and says, because of your ecstatic love, see, ecstatic love, devotion, pure devotion, now I'm going to appear and deliver the world. See? That's how it worked. See, so the Lord appeared. He appeared in the hearts of some devotees, first fruits. Then he actually appeared physically as Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu and delivered the world that way too. Inside, outside. Both are, like now it's only going to be inside. And no, it's inside and outside now. Even now, he empowers the devotees to do what Lord Chaitanya did, what he did. He delivers people this kind of bhakti through them and only them. Okay? This is real. Okay? This is the summum bonum. This is 10th canto, man, and beyond, actually. Anybody interested? You got to come and listen, come to hear, learn what is real bhakti, get purified of the misconceptions, see, that you miss the conception. Come here and conceive. Come here and you'll conceive Krishna. You'll be impregnated by the sperm of the word. See, really, it's like a sperm injection. See, and it goes into your heart, and Krishna is conceived in that way. Otherwise, there's no conception. All these guys are shooting blanks. These gurus are all shooting blanks. Their word is misconception. It's you're missing the right conception. And proof is they don't like our preaching, just like the God brothers didn't like Prabhupada's preaching. Many of them were envious, just naturally. They can't help it, But you can, anybody out there, you got to, whoever this message is for, this is your rope to get out of that, man. Who's going to get you out of that situation? Who's going to get you out of Putana serving Putana? You're serving Putana, started by the servants of Putana. See? You serve Putana by serving a false representative of Vrindavan. See, the one that doesn't have this pure love of God. See, so you become like a little Putana too. See, you're caught in Putana's trap. It's like, you see in the world, these guys in the army and in the police, say the police, and these demons are taken over, right? And you know what? When you try to become in the army or the police, they don't want you too intelligent, by the way. There's a reason for that. They like less intelligent, average. You got to have some intelligence, but not too much. Okay? Okay? So now the force of the demoniac energies that want to hide the truth and all, they come out, and they come and they say, okay, policemen, you go and you grab these people, you give them a hard time. You go and just cuff them up and throw them in jail. Even though these are good people and everything out there, they're just protesting, right? They're protesting for something right. They don't think they should have to be injected with poison in there. They know they've done their research. They're not superficial about it. And they think I got a right not to put poison. And you go and you go and give them a hard time. And they do. And these policemen are good people and everything, but who are they serving? See, they become like who they serve. So that's the secret of Krishna. You become here. You come here, you're going to become like who you're serving, because you're serving here just by coming here and giving me the opportunity to preach. To me, I think this is fantastic service. Wow, this is great, man. You see, Lord, they're serving, becoming just by listening, hearing. So what's going to be the result? Well, you're going to become like this fool, man. You'll admit you're a fool. And you'll be happy because God lives inside. He's awake now. I conceived the Lord by listening to my Gurudev, who's my mother and father in that way. You don't need two here. Just one word, the right word, the best word, the clear word, the logical word, the ecstatic word. That's all you need. And then Krishna's conceived in your age. He's saying, ooh, wow, ooh, I got a baby. We got a baby. Let's get the cigars out. Got another one. See, another conception. See, divine conception. See, you got to hear divine conception. And then you start to hear divine conception. When I was conceived, in my heart, Krishna appeared when I got the Bible. Oh, then I could understand the divine conceptions of the Bible even. And then I got Prabhupada's books. I could also, just got it. Because of devotion, you get the divine conception. See, conclusive truth, conclusive understanding of the essence. And you preach that and people get the result. What kind of result do you think you're going to get from this? You get what is said. You get this awakening of devotion in your heart. You feel closer to Krishna. Okay? If that's not happening, well, either I'm bogus or you're a little bit bogus in a sense. You're just, maybe not faithful. Maybe there's something you're hiding from inside. It needs to come out. And, it's like you got to, be honest with God and truth and yourself and stuff like that. Also, and just by being here, that'll all work out. Okay. So it's not bogus here because people are awakening, right? So if there's any problem with your personal thing, well, obviously there's something inside that's being worked out. That's okay. Just get what, just accept it. Accept yourself, Michael Garbia. Yeah. Where's
He's
he
coming
from?
for a while already.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, nice to meet you there, Michael. If you want to come on live sometime, please do. Okay. In the association of Nityananda, all the devotees passed their time in great joy. Discussing the topics of Krishna's pastimes, the Vaishnavas were very, very elevated. See, discussing the topics of Krishna's pastimes, all the assembled Vaishnavas were very elevated souls and unalloyed devotees of the Lord. See, that's how it works. You see, you can relate to this. As you're on this path, you look at these verses and you say, yeah, man, by these discussions, I feel I'm elevated. And some might say, well, are you really discussing the pastimes of Krishna because you're putting in gurus and this and that, you know, and it's like, it's not like just Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. I was in the right, oh, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. It's all about Radhe, 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 Krishna, Radhe. No relation to the process that people go through. No, this is all Krishna's path. This is a pastime. Krishna's passing his time. He wouldn't come here every day if it wasn't important. Yeah, it's important, these things. You know, it's important, Guru Tattva. That's a pastime of the Lord, to get the right conception, the absolute truth. I mean, people got to know. You got to hear it a lot. Where's the door? What is the door? What are the symptoms of the door? See, because the door is the real spiritual masters, the real associates of Lord Chaitanya. They're the door. They've always been and always will be the door. Jesus was the door, because he said, you go through this door and you'll eat transcendental grass. He even called it pasture. You know, you get something substantial to eat. Substance. And your worship will be substantial and not just some pious deed. You have feeling. It's like, you know, you have feelings in this world. Here you have a feeling for God, and God is transcendental. God, the name God will have meaning to you. I mean, real meaning. Not, you won't be speculating. Well, yeah, I'm into God. Yeah, what is your God like? Well, he's just a concept of you know, God, and the scriptures say this, and God this, and you know, you don't have any real actual experience of God. You know, God is Krishna. God is this relationship. Oh, Krishna is his name. How do you know? Well, just come see. Come see what it looks like when devotees chant the holy name and know that Krishna's name is non-different than him, instead of just reading in the book like the devotees do. Oh, yeah, it says Krishna's non-different than his name. Yeah, what's that look like? Well, I don't know. It just doesn't matter. It just, it says Krishna. You're on the surface. Yeah, Krishna's non-different than his holy name, because I get so friggin' ecstatic from it. No other personality makes me this ecstatic unless they're Krishna or related to Krishna. Yeah. That's how, you know, I have an inner experience, see, of the name God. It's not just a name or some speculation on that name that lacks the experience of the transcendental realm. See, we're built. We have the equipment to experience the transcendental realm. See, you come here, you'll become like that. See, you'll by serving here, just by hearing, if that's all you can do. See, you'll become like the Guru. See, intimately communing with the transcendental Lord. See, if you go and you serve there, you're in the police force there, and you serve right now, you're serving these demons and the motive, passion, and ignorance, and you become like them. You notice they becoming like them. They're all, you know, our army come, jump. Look at China is a good example. Look at them. They'll do anything the leader says. That the leader is their God. Yeah, they treat the leader like God. Therefore, they're as bad as he is. Okay, by who you serve. Okay? So, you know, you're serving here. I'll just help you with getting an understanding of what you're doing, man. I'll just ask the questions and prime the pump. Like, okay, why am I coming to this Sangha here? You know, what do you want here? If you're saying, well, I want that ecstatic devotion that you guys have. I want that communion. I want to know who God is. I want to feel God. I want transcendental feelings, because you can't feel them materially. Material feelings, you're still blocked from the Lord. Your feelings have to be transformed. You got to come to the transformers. We're the transformers here. This is where the alchemy starts, and the transformation of material feeling to spiritual divine communion with God. That feeling, that bliss, that ecstasy, that's eternal. This other material feelings will dissipate. You die. And then you get another material body, and another beautiful woman or man comes by, and you get attached to them. Right? And then you got all these material feelings developing again. See, development of the material body is that. You see, literally, you get attached to a woman and attached to a man. What happens? Fruitive activities, the development of the body. You even get babies, the development of the body, the development of the human body. So it works like that. Oops. No. Okay, there's a problem. Okay. Okay. Something's happening here. Okay.
What use does it actually always have to read and not explain what we are reading? It's just so interesting that you explain what we are reading all the time.
Oh, I just missed. It went blank for a little bit. Say that again, whatever you're saying.
What use does it have to read everything without explaining what it means?
Yeah.
I just love
Well,
it.
you see, yeah, the Lord shows these things to you. It becomes because you have relation. You know, when you have relation, it's happening in your life. You can define things better, and that's why if you have a realist devotees who have this communion with God, and you're going to get real knowledge, real understand, deep stuff. Man. It's uncommon. It's unusual. And if you're not attracted, that's because people they're not the neophytes. They're not able to to let go of their belief systems that are actually keeping them down. They're not ready for that. And so it just happens. Bhaktivinoda's priest, same thing. He wrote this book and he says, this book is not for the neophytes. They will not be able to take these conceptions and analyze them properly. They won't be able to do that. They won't be attracted. They'll probably be against it, misunderstand, because people, have different levels of attachment. A lot of people are deeply identified with thought, material thought. They believe that's them. You take those conceptions away, it's like a rug pull. They have nothing to hold on to, even if it's speculation. So the living entities, so that, I can't stop preaching because of that. They just will naturally know, ooh, yeah. When they do an attitude like that, they're just not ready. That's the Lord leading them away because they can't get it. They just, they'll actually be disturbed, and it'll be disturbance to you also. Every time you get ecstatic, they'll get very angry about it. So, Nityananda Prabhu was extremely joyful, and he smiled as he looked around at the Vaishnavas. Actually, you know what? I would just I'm going to just take a little break here for a few minutes. I just want to rest my voice for a few minutes, so that you can chant Hare Krishna if you want or whatever, and we'll just take a little 5-minute break or something. I want to get some air.
You want me to chant to unmute myself or mute myself? Keep muted?
Yeah. No.
No.
Chant out loud. Let people hear you chanting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
But you might want to finish eating first. Maybe you're hungry.
No. I can eat later, Guru Maharaj. Come on. I can.
You can eat now too. You don't have to.
No, I can't eat while I'm chanting.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
No, Vishnu Padaya. Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Paramahamsa Srila Gaura Haridas Maharaj Acharya Itinamine Namaste Srila Prabhupada Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Suyavadi Pasachadejata Pasachadejatarine Sri Krishna Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Katadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Prinda Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Katadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Prinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hari Hari. Okay, I'll read some more now. Wow. Okay. All right, where are we here? In the association of Nityananda, all the devotees passed their time in great joy, discussing the topics of Krishna's pastimes. All the assembled Vaishnavas were very elevated souls and unalloyed devotees of the Lord. They became immersed in the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Nityananda Prabhu was extremely joyful, and he smiled as he looked around at the Vaishnavas. The meetings were always a scene of extreme ecstasy, and the tears of the transcendental love and happiness cascaded down everyone's eyes. The meetings were always a scene of extreme ecstasy. Extreme ecstasy is what it's all about. Extreme, it's not just small. Extreme, everything is extreme. The emotions are extreme. The conclusions of the Vedas are extreme, deep understanding. Okay? That's the nature of the spiritual world. We're all weak here. We're weakened by this Maya. Because Maya makes us weaklings. It makes us less intelligent. See, it makes us illogical. See, it makes us unclear. See? It makes us, unfeeling, even to the point lack compassion. Everything is diminished in this by associating with this Maya. See? And everything is increased in association with ecstatic devotees. See? This is simple. Otherwise, you're just pretending. Oh, let's pretend to be devotee. Let's pretend to be a follower. Let's pretend to be a guru. See, pretentious. You ever heard that word? Pretentious. Pretend comes from pretend. See, so it's pretend. Yeah, it's not real. See? Here in the, it's such a great happy experiences to chant the holy names amongst the devotees, and to hear Hari Katha. They to discuss these topics of Krishna. Yeah, it gives great happiness. See, and if you're happy about that, that means you're like part of the group of the liberated souls. That's what the Lord wants to give everybody so easily, without lots of troubles. You become attracted to what's eternal. Attracted talks about Krishna, distinguishing Maya from the real truth. That's very pleasurable. Unless you're really deeply attached to the illusion, then it seems, oh, this will give me so much pain. So, so they became immersed in the nectar of Krishna consciousness. Nityananda Prabhu was extremely joyful, and he smiled as he looked around at all the Vaishnavas. The meetings were always a scene of extreme ecstasy, and tears of transcendental love. See, tears of transcendental love. Call your attention to that. Tears of trans. See, if there are no tears, there's no transcendental love. Even Lord Brahma said when he realized Krishna appeared to him, and then he wrote these songs. He wrote his poems about that, and he said, "Yeah, unless the eyes are anointed with the salve of love, you cannot see." See, salve. It's a salve, healing balm, healing, awakening the soul. Healing our misconceptions. Knowing who and what God is. His transcendental form is the greatest revelation. The greatest happiness. You realize, oh, my whole life was just about your appearance. See, the Lord says, I'm going to appear and deliver the world. That's all it takes. The Lord just appears. Okay, the illusion, gone. See, and so the Lord says, oh, I'm just going to give my appearance. Anybody who comes in the real line with the real associates, I'm just going to give my appearance, and I'll appear. And then you see the Lord, this is really true. And then it kind of disappears. And then it's like, then you want his appearance again. See, because it's destroying all our obstacles in Maya. All that stuff just by the appearance. So all we're doing is living for the appearance of the Lord, and then spontaneous action comes from that. Just activity, action, prayers, whatever, ecstasy, communion, revelations, realizations. This is this relationship. It's like that, just from the appearance of the Lord. See, an ever fresh understanding comes of God. Ever fresh, deeper meaning. Yeah, that's how we're attracted forever. Follow him forever, Why not, man? Most interesting personality in the universe. Universes. He has billions of them, and he's the most, isn't it amazing? If you think like that, think about that. Lord Krishna and Radha are the only real thing in any of the universes, or devotion. It doesn't have to be that form. It could be the like Lakshman Narayan, was it Lakshman and Ram? Or it could be different. Whatever it is, the Lord's form is transcendental, and He has many of them. Nishingadev, if you're a Nishingadev worshiper, you're very attached to that form, and it's transcendental. Yeah, if it's real, it's true. It'll bring tears to your eyes. If it doesn't bring tears to your eyes, the Lord hasn't appeared yet. That's why people, you go around saying, I'm Guru Dev, or, oh, he's so exalted. Yeah. Just ask any of these gurus, has the tears appeared in your eyes yet? Boy, that would be. Can you imagine sitting in a Bhagavatam class and the Radhanath say, how often do tears appear in your eyes? Because I'm looking for a real guru, man. I want to find the real one. Can I see you chant the holy name? I really observe you, sit with you, and chant with you. See, if I want to see, I'm looking for a person who's transcendentally attached to God. I read in these scriptures that transcendental attachment is symptomized by tears in the eyes, holy laughter, choking up of the voice, these kinds of symptoms. And then the person has extraordinary realization of the absolute truth because they have the real understanding. So if it's real and they're not jerking you around for some reason, which you cannot do 365 days a year. Can you imagine holding up that act of being ecstatic for 365 days a year? Can you imagine having knowledge deeper every time, better and better class if it wasn't real? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this to me it would be a nice approach and a very logical approach. And if you hear any guru or any leader or any follower, he mentioned my guru's name, he shouldn't say any of this stuff. He should just be quiet, sit over there. Just let everything go on as it was. Let everybody take many lifetimes before they attain Vrindavan, many lifetimes, because that's what all the gurus have said. That's what Narayan Raj said. Just let them all go. Let them go that path. Don't say anything. They were talking. Narayan Raj was talking. Tamal Krishna was talking. Jai Pataka was talking and still talking. See how long they'll talk. I don't know. Radhanath, they're all talking. But Gorhar, you shut up, man. You just be quiet, man. Don't. Your questions are too controversial because nobody is like you. Nobody is like you. My guru, there's so many like him. Therefore, he must be right.
Nobody's like Krishna.
That's right. Nobody's like Krishna. Nobody's like a real guru. Nobody's like Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta. They're all very unique and spiritually unique. Bhakti Vinod. And when you have that conception, you conceive of Krishna. The real conception of Krishna causes that birth, the twice born. Ooh, now you know what real twice born is. Then you'll look at that thread and laugh. You'll take that thread and tie it around the microphone like Prabhupada did. He said, this is the use for the thread. You'll tie it around the microphone. It's useful. Good to tie the microphone thing and engage in the real service. But how many obstacles that thread has put in people? They become very proud. Sannyas. Oh man, I saw him. When I was in the Narayan Raj group. Man, I seen these really nice brahmachari. I had a nice, we were having a nice relationship and everything. And as soon as they took sannyas, the attitude changed. Who are you? I'm sannyas. It was amazing. I thought, wow. No wonder it's going to take many lifetimes here in this song. Yeah. So anyway, we're doing our thing here. Isn't it fun, man? I just love this. It's so great. I like being controversial because it's the truth. Wasn't Jesus Christ controversial? That's why he's remembered. And that's why all the Pharisees, you remember any of those Pharisees? Not even one. Nicodemus only because he became a follower of somebody real. You got to follow somebody real. Yeah. Where are you following? You're just going where I'm going. That's all, right? I'm going, you're going there. You say, hey, let's go together, man. Friends. Friendship. Yeah, man, I like where you're going, man. I want to go into that more.
It's funny. They're still waiting for the Messiah. That's so funny.
Yeah. They're waiting. Yeah, waiting for the second coming. They already came with Lord Chaitanya in that sense. So what will happen here is his real servants will come, and because that's how it works. Even he came as a servant of the Lord. See, he came to teach devotion. He came to teach the way out. We're teaching the way out, man. Very easy. Come into the association of devotees here. I mean, real devotee. You won't find there one out of millions like this in this kind of sangha. Yeah, I haven't seen one yet like this. Very different, very informal. You don't have to put on dhotis. You can or can't. There's no like do it or don't do it. Just do follow. It's up to your mind. I like putting on put on a dhoti, put on a sari. Don't put on. It doesn't matter because we're into the truth, man. That's what you got to see. Oh, dhoti, no dhoti, doesn't matter. I just like to do it because it's my habit. I like to act like a Brahmin. I like to do my ekadasis because I've been doing it. It's a habit. I just like to do my habits. I also, this is, hey, man, I'm a Sudra. I like to drink my little coffee, man. Have a beer once in a while. I tell you, to be honest with you, I don't have to lie to you guys, because it's not based on what I, like how great I am. It's on the truth. The truth is, hey, man, the Lord is looking. He wants to give real and mercy. We got to show the real path, man. The real path is independent of what you do. It's just getting in line. Stand in the queue. That's all. The queue is here. Queue up. That's it. Do you get the cue? See, queue up, and hey, you get the hint? Anybody out there? This is the thing. I'm just not very subtle about things, and you can't be subtle. But they need blockbusters. See, you got to hear a movie with some bombs going off, get the attention of the world, get these gurus' attention, get Acharya Dave. Got to have a bomb go off to get his ears going. Got to mention his name many times. Somebody runs out, he said your name. Oh my God, he said your name. And I don't think he was very, very praiseworthy of that name. No, just ask him, man. Acharya Dave, come chant with us. I want to see how many tears appear in your eyes, how much holy laughter, because I want to see if you're bringing your disciples to Vrindavan, because that's how it's done. It's where Lord Chaitanya did it. I don't understand. In the Bhagavad Gita is quoted, surrender only to God. Okay, good. Abandon all forms of religion. So why does God... Great. I love these questions, by the way, Sim. Thank you very much for doing it, because this gives us our discussion. And it goes for anybody. You can even ask questions for others, because you know what's in their mind. Abandon all forms of religion. So why does God reinstalling religion every time when it's getting lost? Bhagavad Gita is quoted, surrender only to God, abandon all forms of religion. So why does restore? Oh, yeah. So yeah, because it is about religion, but ultimately, see, religion is one of the four goals of life. And it's a path. It's all paths, like Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, all paths lie upon me like pearls on a string. Okay? All paths lie on Krishna like pearls on a string, and religion is one of them. And religion is the third goal of life. See, there's sense gratification, economic development, so you can get sense gratification. Religiosity, which has its motives, still material motives. You come to God for some motive, material motive. Oh, you want to be free of suffering, even, and then so, yeah. So it's all about so he gives religion. That's why you see a Moses comes or a Prabhupada comes to reestablish religion. But see, Prabhupada didn't really establish yet. That's why you see, he came to me in 1996. He said, establish the real religion. Establish it where it was established by the incarnation. Lord Chaitanya is the establisher, man. I'm telling you, he is the establisher. People may do, because of the consciousness, according to time, place, and circumstance, the acharyas preach rules, regulations, and all that. But Lord Chaitanya is the standard. He came to teach with all his devotees what is the essence. The essence is the real religion. Chant the holy name of the Lord in association with his devotees, his real devotees, his real associates, because in that you'll find the real guru, the real Vaishnavas. See, you'll find reality. You'll find the greatest happiness. Everything is there. It's the door to the eternal world, the Garden of Eden and Vrindavan, same thing. See? That's the eternal religion. Two things, the Vaishnava scriptures and the Vaishnavas. And what do? Devotional service, chanting, hearing, relishing their life, their food, man. They eat food right in front of you until you are able to eat it yourself too. See, so the real religion of the age is chanting the holy name in association of devotees. Can you imagine if we didn't have these sadhu sangha program? This is in association with devotees. We're chanting the holy name. Where would anybody be? Where would I be? Where would you be? We've been in a very different place. Where do you see, like Lalita said this morning, where do you see? You could see my progression. And she went to that devotee saying, oh, you touch your guru's opinion. She says, you're still in the same friggin' place. And I've moved on and so deep in 3 years. Yeah. See, it's a very, this is it. This is the essence, man. That's why I don't budge on that. I had my experiences. Man, I did it. I did these things and people fault me for it. Are you kidding? This is the greatest. This made me faithful. That's why I don't have any, when people leave here and they do this and this, they got to do what they got to do, to become faithful in the real path. Even if they come back or in the next life, you're always going to come back to the real path. You have to. It's the narrow gate. It's the door into eternity. And when you get a real guru, a real guru means real bhakti, and a real bhakta, you never give them up. It's an eternal lifetime thing. If you do, you just went into some obstacle. You've been misled and misdirected, misinformed, whatever it is. You just off the real path. The real path is always headed by the real devotees. Okay? That same Krishna that is in those books that you read about from Prabhupada, and Rupa Goswami and Krishnadas Kaviraj, and is in the real living guru. If you found one around, if you're lucky to find one, if you're lucky to strike gold, the mother lode is the guru, man. Because you're going to get what they got. Do you see anything you want here? Are my pockets empty here? Yeah. To me, this is real treasure, and I'm preaching it, man. I'm here, man. Real treasures, communion with God. More intimacy, the better. The more ecstasy. Right there, Lalita? Yeah. I'm here to expose Radharani. She needs exposure, man. She needs promotion, man. She needs a manager, promoting manager, man. So I'm appointing Lalita as the manager, promoting Radharani. Promote that love, man. Show the whole world. Make them drool. Make them all jealous. That's their purification. Yeah, jealousy means, you know what jealousy means? You see somebody, you want it. That's called covetedness. Well, at least let them see something really worthy to be jealous of, right? That means, though, that's their wanting that. St. Paul knew all these things. It's amazing. That's why he's still around. See, his books, his writing, letters. He said, we're preaching Jesus. Some are preaching out of jealousy and envy. But the preaching is going on. He knew everybody's going to get purified just because of the name of Jesus. The same thing with Prabhupada's disciples. Yeah, I may badmouth the gurus a little bit and all that. But it's, they also will get the Lord simply because even in name only, even they're wearing all that's leading. A lot of them are, I can't say. Look, they've given their lives for Krishna. They've given their lives. So many devotees have. They're surrendered to Krishna and everything. We're here just the frosting on the cake. You got a chance to perfect that. To go to such deep levels that you couldn't go through on your own or with these gurus. They can't take you any further. They've took you this far. And so just check your heart. Do you want to go any deeper? You want to be like a Lalita or like a Johan? Does that attractive to you? Do you want that? Are you a little envious of it even? That's okay. We had some. Look at River now. She was very envious. She said, I'm so envious of those devotees who have this bhakti. I want it. I said, yeah, don't worry. That's great. Just stick around. Yeah, and it turns now they're not so envious. Maybe a little bit there, but not, moving right along, deep, fast, quick. Yeah. Thankful every day for meeting you. Please always can rest. I was thinking that the gopi who is standing right from Radharani on the altar must be the luckiest woman. She sees Krishna and Radharani in between. Yeah, and you can be like that, Sim. Just stick around, come here regularly. You'll be that gopi. You'll be able to. It'll be your reality, Sim. Your reality. It'll be real, because that's what we do here. We put Radha and Krishna in between you, inside you. That's our work, man. We're like maidservants here to help the conception of Radha and Krishna in people. Yeah, that's right. If you're going to be jealous, you might as well be jealous here. Be jealous of this. Yeah, we got what we got here. Is the envy of the world. Should be. It should be. Turn your attention over here. Be envious, man. You get purified. It's a big fire here, man. It's a bonfire. It's getting bigger all the time, man. Yeah, just envy, jealous, no problem, man. Just come here, throw it in the fire. Put your attention over here, man. We'll burn all that up, and it'll be pure love. Because, what's there to be jealous of when you get it, right? Lalita's not jealous. She says, I got so much here. Take some. I'm a little something. I see, look at all that body. Lord, hey, Lalita, hey, what about me, man? I'm a little jealous myself. Hey, ooh. You should be jealous of anybody with it. That should be, if you feel like it, it's okay. Yeah, better to be jealous here. Jealous of people that have real bhakti, man. Admit it. The best thing is just admit it. A lot of people, they do, oh no, I'm not jealous. See? They can't admit it, Or maybe they don't see it. They could be so identified, they don't see it. But this is how you help people see it, because it comes out. See, it comes out here, it comes out of them. See, people rise to condemnation because of that and other things. See? And rise to life. Some people don't have that. They'll just, oh, wow, what great topics. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you're here you get the good news to the poor, man. That's the good news. See, free the captives for the others, get all that exorcism, and good news to the ones who just rise to life. They just.
Mostly with Vaidis, I experience they are not jealous because they think I'm so ugly by doing that. But what touches them is, who do you think you are? You're so much more elevated than us. That's what touches them.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, you start to see everything as a projection. See, they're just projecting their own consciousness on you. That's what they do. That's why, it's called crazy. The world makes you crazy here in this world. You see things inverted. See? So what they're saying about you is really about their own consciousness.
Because they have a high idea about that.
They have a what?
A high idea about themselves. So, you chant with more teeth than that. Who do you think you are? who says that I chant with more tears than Prabhupada. You never saw Prabhupada when he was in a secluded place. He hided it.
Yeah, well, because it was new. It's just like now. Look, she can't accept it even now after 50 years. So it shows you why Prabhupada hid it, right? Because of devotees like that. Well, now is a different time because now we must preach like this, otherwise there is no deliverance here. People will not be delivered. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen Narayan Raj deliver anybody. People can say, "Oh, don't you see these scores so high?" No, I'm looking for the real tears. Deliverance is just like here. I'll read it. I'll read. Everybody, listen, world. It's all plainly displayed, but you got to hear it because you're bewildered by the illusionists who say something different. Liberate soul. Okay?
Yeah, Sim says, envy about tears, that really sounds stupid, but these are tears of happiness. That's why they are jealous of tears of having a real contact with God.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see. I can't see that. So yeah. Real envious. Yeah, that's how it is. That kind of stuff. It really sounds stupid. Yeah, envy of. Yeah, just liberated souls. They have the tears and they have the ecstasy and all that. So now it's time. See, this is apocalypse time. Everything gets exposed. The demons, you see, everybody, even people, they're questioning now the governments. They're questioning. They're thinking, are these people really doing? Look what has been done in the last 2 years. Complete smokescreen. You completely. Everything that was wrong to do, they told you to do, and people believed it. Oh yeah, locking down is a great thing. It was a completely wrong thing. That'll come out more and more. You'll see. Oh yeah, the injection was a wrong thing. There was I sent it to I think to the devotees in some way, but there was this thing about the shots, that this is just a repeat, and they said, oh, the swine flu, everybody got to get this. Oh, you got to do this for the good of everybody. And a lot of people did. And they had so many adverse reactions. And they were just only a small portion of what people have now. It was just like very, very, but now so many. And they put this on the news. Some reason they weren't taken over yet by the mainstream, the politics. So it all came out, and then this lady is hobbling over, because she took the shot, man. She had to be in braces on her legs. And said, I just wanted to do the right thing and everything. So anyway, they had a lot of adverse things. Nothing like now. There's so many more, thousands and thousands and thousands more. So many deaths. And see, it's kind of a fingerprintless. It's not really, but fingerprintless murder. My medical murder. See, fingerprintless. Many people are dying. But they say, oh well, they had a heart attack. Well, people have heart attacks, right? How do you link it up to that? A lot of people have, cancers are see, and all you can do is look at the figures from the last 2 years. The cancer rate is up. Heart attacks, oh man, people dropping on 400 athletes and many more actually by now, dropping right on the things. See, so this the Lord's Maya is it's strong and bewilders a lot of people. So those who take shelter, the devotees, the Lord will inform you about these things and help you sidestep it. Okay, anyway. See, the meetings were always a scene of extreme ecstasy, and tears of transcendental love and happiness cascaded down everyone's eyes. So this is not a bad thing, is it? The book says it's a good thing. Book says it's a transcendental thing. Book says these are real devotees. So what's the conclusion? Real devotees are here because what's in there is here. Yeah. People need, you need to go to the map readers whose experience is transcendental, and then they see in a book and it confirms their experience. People could say, Gohar, you're crazy. Lalita, you're crazy. Oh yeah, why? Well, because we say so and what our conception is and all that. Well, where is it confirmed in the transcendental books? See? So I say this isn't crazy because you see what's going on in this Sangha. See, we're discussing the pastimes of Krishna, a lot of ecstasy, a lot of bliss, a lot of conclusive understanding. So therefore, this is real. And whatever you're doing is an illusion because you're not a liberated soul because you don't have the symptoms like this. So why not go and listen to liberated souls and get rid of all your misconceptions? Isn't it logical? It's clear. It's very simple. Why not go to those who have the symptoms? The book is confirming them. Their symptoms are confirming them. And the sadhus, the witnesses, are confirming, oh yeah, this has really changed my life. What do you think they do? Why the whole thing about Jesus is a witness program? Yeah, Jesus, I just surrendered my life to Jesus. He's a pure devotee, man. He's a person who realized God. The Lord sent him. Yeah, and just by that faith, the Lord can help you. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, and that applies to his real devotees. If you have faith in their preaching, then you have faith in the real. If they're a real, say you got the real mercy of Jesus, and that's basically the Holy Spirit is living in you. God is really in you, and you're in communication. And people listen to your preaching, and they say, "I don't like your preaching," and they could be Christians. Okay? So in other words, they don't know that Jesus Christ that they're, into, and they think they know, but they don't like the preaching of a real Christian who has a real Christ relationship with Christ. It's the devotees, they show where the dirt is in that way. The dirt has nothing to do with some external dirt on your dhoti or something. No, in the heart. Seeing the ecstasy of Vishvambara spoke to Lord Nityananda. Seeing this ecstasy, Lord Vishvambara spoke to Nityananda. Listen, my dear Nityananda Goswami, where shall we hold your Vyasa Puja ceremony? Tomorrow is a full moon, and on this day, Sri Vyasadeva is worshipped. Therefore, you may choose anyone's home and make arrangements with him. So Nityananda Prabhu could understand the Lord Vishvambara's mind. And so he took Srivas by the hand and smiling said, listen, Vishvambara, I will have my Vyasa Puja in this Brahmin's house. Now, this is a very deep pastime, by the way. Yeah. Seeing the ecstasy of Vishvambara, Vishvambara spoke to Lord Nityananda. Listen, my dear Nityananda, where shall we hold your Vyasa Puja ceremony? Tomorrow is a full moon, and on that day, Vyasadeva is worshipped. Okay? So that's on the full moon, you worship Vyasadeva, right? Well, we have that moon every day. This is not just once a month. This is, the Lord used rituals to preach. But what he's saying is very deep. Oh, yeah, what house will we have your Vyasa Puja? Oh, he understood the Lord's hint. Srivasa's house. You think it's just talking about external houses? Yeah, that was there because the devotees and Lord was there. But what does it mean internally for us? Because that external thing ain't happening. Oh, yeah, the house is the devotee's body, man. That's the temple. Oh, yeah, where are we going to have this? The Lord looked at the devotees. He saw their ecstasy, their enjoyment, and their attachment to Hari Katha to the point of tears. Oh, so where shall we have this next Vyasa Puja, this celebration of Veda Vyas, which we're doing here every day, by the way. Oh, Srivas was a real devotee. The Lord only likes to associate with real devotees. That's why if you want to become a real devotee, you're all false, pretenders, pretentious, out there until you're ecstatic and the tears are flowing and everything you see Lalita involved in. Now that's becoming a real devotee with real devotion. You can see it. It's substantial. It's not oh, I'm sorry. I have, oh yes, it's raging inside. Just believe my word, my bullshit word. But you ain't going to see it, man. I ain't going to show you that how it is to worship God intimately. Well, because you don't really have it. I'm not going to show you any of these things. So anyway, somebody may have it, and they may. It's because people, will react like that. In general. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just time. Just give them a bunch of rules right now. Let's get a lot of fish in the barrel. You see how many disciples? Prabhupada had so many thousands. Bhakti-Sangha has 60,000 disciples in India. There's a lot to, you think, how could he preach like this? People be going off and, like firecrackers, man. How do they handle their process? Yeah. Who do they talk to? Most of their godbrothers are all like that, so they just rules, regulations. So now's the time. That's why we take care of whoever the Lord sends here. If you're ready to listen to some sane explanations, some real logic, and see what real feelings that God has and his real devotees have, well, then here you go. This is one of these rare places. You think you can see this here every day in this material universe? You think this is going on amongst the demigods? They want to see some of this. They got to come and listen from their thing. This stuff is not even in the earshot of demigods, most of them. They're too busy up there. Go to work there, Shama Sundari. Take your master mic with you. Wonder if she uses that on her. Actually, it's probably more difficult in Germany, I heard they're really tight asses in Germany, man. Really into lockdowns and stuff. All right, so see, I will have my Vyasa Puja in this Brahman's house. See, the Lord, Lichananda was God. He was God and Guru. He came as a devotee and as the Lord. I will have my Vyasa Puja in that. See? So what is Vyasa Puja? You're glorifying Veda Vyasa. You're meeting in truth. You're glorifying, oh, thank you very much for giving us this knowledge. Isn't that so? Could you imagine not having this knowledge, this information? See? This information is very important. Look at the world. The world is trying to hide the information about the lies and deceptions that are being promoted now. See, they're hiding that information. See, the world hides that. Okay? And so the good people are trying to expose that. The ones that are more pious. Some are into God as God, and some are into the New Age Brahmin, type thing. They're given enough awareness to see what's going on. But who can do anything about it? And that's the thing. How can you, the main thing that people be thinking in any situation, how can I advance spiritually? How can I wake up, man? How can my spiritual body be awoken? Whether it's on the battlefield or in some peaceful place in the hermitage up in the mountains. But you know where it really works the best is on the battlefield. You notice the battlefield is a great place for this awakening. We're on a battlefield. It's a great place for this awakening. Look at where the Bhagavad Gita was spoken, on the battlefield. See, the friction between the good and the bad. Then Krishna appears. Same thing. You see, the friction between the good and the bad is great for our preaching, man. It's part of the truth, man. See, it's just churning that ocean, man. And what's coming out here is Hari Kata. See, good for both sides. Both, they're in friction with each other. They hate each other. That's the friction. See, they're like this, trying to start some fire. See, this is the fire of this sacrifice that we're doing. See, and then Krishna comes out. See, Krishna, the conception. See, they're talking. Both sides are talking, information. They have information war. It's called an information war. They know it. They're in an information war. The war isn't with bullets right now. It's with information. Lack of it or promoting it. The more information you have, the more you can come to the side of mode of goodness, truth level. See? So yeah, okay, great. Just keep there doing the friction, and we'll use it for our preaching to go and show people the deeper truth, show the demons the deeper truth, show the demigods the deeper truth. Yeah, you keep going like this, and we'll go too. From that friction, our preaching will go. And you'll see it's stronger. The lion will lie down with the lamb. Remember Jesus said that? See? So, lie down with the lamb. See, the lamb, the Lamb of God. See, that's a new one, just came just now. Thank you, Lord. See, lie down with the lamb. See, the Lamb of God, the lion. Everybody's like a lion. They're all angry. They hate each other. They hate the demons, and the demons hate humanity. They want to sacrifice it. They want to, make it a sacrifice for Lucifer. And the others hate this. See? But the lions will lie down with the lamb. See, the Lamb of God. See? Doing the same. See, Jesus considered the Lamb of God sacrificed for the world. See, the Lamb of God. And on another level that the most Christian, well, I'd say all of them, probably all of them. I don't think there's one that knows this, because this is all fresh off of Goloka News Press today. It's all hot. We always get the first news. They get it later. You know how these papers, the newspapers used to compete with each other to get the information out, to get the hot news out. And we get it first, man. That's why you come in here and get it first. Everybody likes to get the news first, right? Yeah. So the lion lie down with the lamb. See, the Lamb of God. So was attributed to Jesus. But who was Jesus? Jesus was sent by the Lord to give information, spiritual information that was of the spirit, not of this material war between demons and devils. It's all material still. No, from that stuff comes the information about the kingdom of God and how to get there quick. Oh yeah, boy, he sent Jesus. Take shelter, Jesus. 11 people got the Holy Spirit, and then they became empowered, and by their preaching, others got it. That's how it works here. You see, people by your preaching now, because you got it in the line, and you share it with others. You convince them. It's a faith thing, man. People have faith in the world and go into hell and heaven and hell because they have faith in the word of different types of individuals. But the ultimate is you got to meet a spiritual individual, one who is in touch with the spirit beyond all the material coverings of the universe. They poked a hole in the universe, man, and all, even more than the angels are coming down upon. They got to be like that to be the progression. It's not about just the heavenly angels. They're just one part of the creation. No, the Rupa Goswami coming down and Bhakti Siddhanta. What do you think these lectures are? They're on par with these kinds of persons because they're coming down, man, given this understanding to a knotted person, man, full of knots and holes and, Yeah. So that's why this is extraordinary. The full mercy of Lord Chaitanya to awaken love of God in this life in people, where you feel it increasing attraction. for Lord Chaitanya, and all of a sudden this book becomes your life and soul? What is the difference of this book becoming your life and soul and Nityananda having Lord Chaitanya as your life? What is the difference? You tell me there is no difference. That is the mercy of Nityananda all through the real line.
He's the
That
word.
same, yeah, that same love that he had for the Lord, you got now. See? Same love, therefore you're part of the same family. That's our work here. And I am like really on it, focused on that work. I don't see anything else. I just see the eye of the fish. Just looking at it. Do you see the fish? No, just see the eye. See? The eye is the Gauranga's mercy, man. With Gauranga's mercy, you become a great scholar of scripture. Prove it every day. So scholarly that not even the Acharya Dave can understand what we're talking about. Now, that's pretty good, isn't it? It's true, isn't it? It's just true. If he understood, well, he would be here in a minute and watch this. Because I listen to him. It's just, he's just juggling, juggling feminism, this ism and that isms. And go get your shot, by the way. Charlie Dave say, go get the shot. I've been really thinking deeply about this. You should, who knows? Maybe he's got paid off. Who the heck knows with these guys? I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust anybody that I want to see consistent tears for a long time. And coming to the point of fructification with nice holy laughter and choking up and good understanding that comes from that. I'm checking everything with Bhagavad Gita 10:10.
And knowledge.
Knowledge, not noodles, knowledge, real knowledge. Had enough noodles. Fact checkers, exactly. We're spiritual fact checkers. Don't get the jab. Yeah, exactly. Always got to put in a perk for that. If you want to stick around, be careful of that. You may, what I've heard is sometimes they don't have everything is not it's like playing Russian roulette. So you may get an okay thing, but do you want to take a chance? You may get the death shot. They have some that are, you're out. You see? And some that they're just different batches, and they're very tricky. You just got to understand the Maya is a trickster, man. She is tricky, and it's the Lord's potency. It's divine. The only real way out is communion with God, and that's what we're all about here. You want intimacy with God? The Lord will whisper in your ear, just like He did with Bhima and Jarasandha. Bhima was a devotee. They were equally matched in the world with the powers of the world of in their training and everything. The deal breaker was Bhima's relationship with Krishna was intimate, and he was a devotee. And Krishna says, "Oh, I know all about Jarasandha. Here's his weakness." Okay? This is how it is, because he was a devotee and Jarasandha was not. Krishna gave him the right information, see, and he won the battle with Jarasandha. He just tore him apart. That was his weakness. See, nobody knows these things that the Lord is doing in his Maya. He knows. And one he informs can know too. That means the closer you are to the Lord, the better. The more he'll tell you how to, what he's doing in this world. Because he knows, right? Only he really knows. And we can know too, based on our intimacy with the Lord. And you can't just do that. You got to follow the process that the Lord himself instructed in these books. If you're not there from a previous life and come in and then you pick up this book and boom, you get all kinds of ecstasy and realizations, then you need to come in the line as it's taught here. Okay. Because when you're in the line, what happens? Then you come to that stage that the devotee is at, the real associate. Then you look at the book, and the Lord reveals, he says, you see, this book is me. Now you're qualified because you've come in the real line and you've gotten purified. Now you can look at the book and you can relish it. You can taste it. You can taste this relationship with me through these pastimes, through the name. See? And I'll inform you of everything that you need. Just surrender like that. That's what we're doing. Develop our relationship with the Lord like that. And everything is well. He'll show you things that he never shows President Trump or Biden or even the Illuminati. This is why I say I'm preaching to them. Hey, man, my Lord will show you things that you could never know even as a 33-degree Mason. And they think they have real ultimate knowledge and everything. He'll show you things about the Lucifer that you can't know. He shows me all kinds of stuff about the devil and Maya and all that, how he's working. I love this relationship is par excellence, man. It's like having you have a friend in this world. Can you imagine having God as your friend? Always looking out for you, man. Unbelievable, isn't it? She knows more. The Lord's always looking out for his devotees, man. Oh, just saying, just please come in line, man. Get in the right queue, not in the far. They're queuing up over there. This guru, they're in the queue there. And where all those years they spend, they're not delivered yet. So anyway, you can do that if you don't have the sufficient intelligence and sufficient ability to understand what I'm talking about. Then you'll do that. You'll queue up somewhere else. But you queue up here, man, you're going to get what the representative of the disciplic line really has. You can see with your own eyes. You can come here, you'll see. Does Gaura Hari Das have an intimate relationship with the Lord? Does some of his devotees you see the fructification of love of God? And you can see that here. So you can be confident. You're in the right queue. Isn't it nice? You get assurance. Isn't it nice to have confidence in spirituality? You want to be like many Christians even. Well, I'm not sure if I'm delivered. Some people are saying that if you commit a sin, you're not delivered. You've lost your salvation. Some people say you never lose. I don't know. Because you don't have things that explain it clearly, these things. So you're in doubt. You cannot help but be in doubt. You can't help by being weak even.
Nobody has the spirit, so it's not explained in the right way.
Yeah. I mean, they may even have the spirit, but the problem is the Siddhanta. The mixtures, and the editors that have been all over the book. And you don't have, again, that's why, I consider many Christians that have the awakening of this Holy Spirit like Madhyamadikaris, but they need to be instructed by, Prabhupada said the Madhyamadikari, the one that has love of God, love of Christ, awakened, needs the association of the Uttamadikari, the one more advanced in Siddhanta and devotion, or Siddhanta that comes from Bhakti. See, Bhakti, Siddhanta. And then Siddhanta advances their Bhakti, and Bhakti advances their Siddhanta. See how Bhakti advances your Siddhanta? Because it reveals Krishna more and more and more. Without Bhakti, that's why the gurus and their followers die vites, because the Bhakti has not awakened in them yet. So they just snail along. In the next life, they get a good birth, maybe, I'm not satisfied with that personally. Prabhupada was satisfied because that was his, if I can just teach Varnashram Dharma, if I can just write these, it was his mission. He was happy with that. And then he left into these hands here, to do this work. Finish the mission. It's a team, what do you call it? Team players. Teamwork. The Lord is teamwork. Send Moses, then Jesus, then Lord Chaitanya, and then the line is there. Then Bhakti Siddhanta comes along and revives the line, and then Bhakti Siddhanta, and then Prabhupada. And whatever lines are there, if they're real, they'll have this style. And, but if they're not devotees of Lord Chaitanya, then they will not have this ecstasy. I've seen enough of that. Truth. It's not, if you're just a Radha Krishna worshiper without Lord Chaitanya, you won't have this ecstasy. I haven't seen anybody just straight Radha Krishna. Okay, they might have some tears, they might have some ecstasy, but it's not like this. This is special. This is a special blessing of the Lord, and it's so. I mean, it's like, yeah, Lord, you are the avatar of the age. You've given the best. You're the most merciful. You most easy to get the mercy. What?
He came for it.
He came for that, and we're here for that. I'm here for that. To continue that work on now, to finish the work, finish the job. Anybody in ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, you can come here. I might have to tell you the truth of some of your gurus, but if you can take it's true. What's the difference? If it's true, you're just holding on. That's why a lot of you, they just hold on to their misconceptions. Yeah. I know someone who participates in one of these Freemason lodges. It seems so creepy and weird, also secretive. He can't see the value of this path because the material world. Yeah, you see, that's a good example, the secretiveness.
The secret, my father was a Freemason. He never told his 5 kids what he was doing there.
Yeah.
Oh, secretly. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually the secrets aren't really revealed. Some until the higher things. It depends on how high of a Mason he is. So the thing is, it's secretive, because they know. See, it's secret because they want power. They want control. See, they're using knowledge, but it's corrupted because of that's Maya. Maya corrupts everything. You become corrupted. It's like a person who has a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money, but they're corrupt. It corrupts them. They just start going out having all kinds of sense gratifications and just go wild, and they destroy their body. See, they become corrupted. So these Masons, they have some specialized knowledge. That's why you see they use it for the TV. That's why they know all these codes. Television, we're telling you, we're telling you a vision, and you think it's just a television. I just never thought, oh yeah, television. Yeah, it's television. It's just a name. But to them, it's not a name. We're telling you a vision. You see, we know about how to program the minds of people. This is the Lord's Maya. And we're going to keep this a secret because we don't want you to know. We know, but we don't want you to know. See, that way we have control over you. See, this is corrupted. So I'll speak to you Masons out there. That's a really low class consciousness. That ain't something good for the world. It really isn't. But this is better because this knowledge that is specialized, it comes directly from the Lord in the disciplic line, and it make you happy. It'll free you, make you rich in this truth. It'll make you immortal. What I'm here to share with people will make people immortal. You will feel it in this life. You will feel like, just like those Christians, they can throw you into the lions, and you won't, like just, get me out of the, And it doesn't even matter, because when spontaneous love of God, you start, we might have some fear sometimes. That doesn't matter. It goes beyond all of that. Just the point that the Lord has given as an attachment to you, that is all that's important. Not like that you're just super unfearful or super, it's not about these things. It's about the Lord has given himself to you, the essence, your relationship with the Lord. He gave it. You know who was a coward? Was the Ugrasena, King Ugrasena. It says he was a coward. That's what it says in the book. And Lord Chaitanya Kamana, he says, well, look at King Ugrasena. He had me simply because he was, even though he was cowardly, he had some cowardly weakness. Even though I'm with him because he loves me. I love him. He loves me. That's all I care about. I don't care about any, little faults, these external things. And that'll all by and by. I'm sure he became very, what do you call, bold and strong and all that. It comes just naturally. But the important thing is to get Radha and Krishna living in your temple, because then everything goes fast. Otherwise, slow, 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 or fast, fast, fast. See? Take the gift, man. That's what Kali Yuga is all about. Take the gift of Lord Chaitanya, which comes in the real line, and that line is here. Okay? The witness program. See? People who have taken the gift, the first fruits already, they've taken it in their heart. Look at them. So it's real. So people can have this just by coming to Sadhu Sangha. You can get faith by looking at the devotees who are faithful already, strong in faith, and getting the gift. And then you'll become like that automatically by that association, and only by that association. What good is it to chant 1 lakh a day in Narayan Maharaj's group and not have faith in what we're doing, where the result comes? That's why the result doesn't come that way. That's why it's a many lifetime journey. And that's why this is so short. See? Because you have faith in where God is really working in his transcendental potency, giving transcendental knowledge of the essence of truth and real ecstasy. Satchidananda is manifesting here. And you're in that fire, all your karma is going to burn up so fast. Soon you'll be chanting in ecstasy. You'll be like Janaki going down the street and making people happy. You see how many people, you go down the street, man, and lift it up from her chanting, her faith. Look at her faith, man. Unbelievable. I can't believe she's so faithful, man. So sincere. She keeps me honest, when I get a little, I don't know, oh, don't you know Lord Chaitanya is your doctor? He's everything. Why are you worried about this or that? That's what it's all about, man. Sadhu Sangha, man. Just come here and grow fast. Quick. Lord Vishvambara spoke these words to Srivas Pandit. Now you have a heavy responsibility over your head. So usually that would be a heavy responsibility, right? To carry Lord Nityananda, who carries the universes on it. Can you imagine? Lord, he would dance. It said that the earth would shake. Whether it did, I don't know if they're just embellishing, but maybe it did. Yeah, it carries the universes on his head. So you have a heavy responsibility. Let's see the reply of Srivas. Oh, Srivas replied, oh no, my lord, this is not botheration. This is no botheration. By your grace, everything in this, by your grace, everything is in this house. See? Okay, you could say the house, right? All the external paraphernalia and all that. But I like to go internal on these verses, man. I like to point out these things that nobody usually sees. See? Yeah, everything is in this house. Well, it's no botheration. Yeah, because Lord Nityananda represents the Lord, and no botheration. We can worship the Lord because we have love, real devotion here. That's all. That's the ingredients. Oh, the Lord likes those ingredients, then lots of these ingredients of this external flame. See, flame without devotion, better to have the devotion without the flame. Get that? Better to get, oh yeah, the Lord's saying, oh yeah, just let me not see any external paraphernalia, but let me just see that devotion go. Let me see the devotee in meditation with love. Who was good at that? Was Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, who wrote Bhakti Ratnakara, a wonderful book we read all the time here. You should get that. I'll send it to you. I probably already did. The link. He would worship the deity and he didn't use any paraphernalia. just in meditation. And he would feel the ecstasy and the wonderful intimacy with the Lord and everything just by meditating on doing services, cooking, everything. He even said he burned his finger once, and it was in meditation. So the Lord is looking for a loving devotee with loving attitude. See, to one who offers me with love and devotion. What do you think? It's material love? You think it's some kind of love you can muster up as a human being? No, you got to get this as the gift. You got to get the gift, man. You come in the real line, you'll see what spontaneous devotion is out of your control. Okay? It's the Lord's special mercy to worship him, to become aware of him. The special mercy is him giving his deep consort who is deeply attached to him, and you become like her girlfriend.
You get it and you give it.
Yeah, naturally you get it and you give it. Why not? You're wealthy now. Fabulously wealthy, man. Yeah. This is what it's about. I got goosebumps. What is this autocrat thing? Let's see. Krishna, the autocrat, absolute power, is pure, perfect, and full of love. And devotees become empowered autocrats. You know, that's why they say that to you. Think you know. Yeah, well, you do. You don't think, you think you know. That's what they're projecting their own kind. You think you know, Lalita, all these things. You think you know. No, they think they know. You know. You don't need any thinking to do with it. It just is. It's real, man. You can see they're saying, you think you know. You see, that's their pride. You think you know. You think. No. They're saying, what they're saying is, I think I know. They just should use the I word. They're looking at you, but they're saying, I think I know. I think I know, but I don't really know. You have no idea what they're saying. You know, Krishna shows you all this stuff when you start to realize. He says, you see how you're just a mirror in this world. And if they spit on me, like in Lord Chaitanya, some people spit on, you know, and they spit on Jesus. They'll spit on you and all that. But actually it gets a little better, you know, once we cut the jungle down, you know, we got choppers and spades right now. Sometimes we cut the jungle down, you know, and then all of a sudden we'll be more like Lord Chaitanya, just stay in ecstasy, you know. And so anyway, you gotta have the knowledge of what's going on here too. You know, otherwise it's, you know, these people they'll just keep sahaja. They got to prove that we have real knowledge here, man, deep knowledge, more than all these other gurus combined. We got to prove that. How else can people have faith in what we're doing, this ecstasy? Their gurus can't show us, so nobody can show. Even if we show the ecstasy, oh, no, you see, that's wrong. So what are you going to do? You got to show them this ecstasy is born of real Vedanta, real truth, real substance in worship, ecstatic worship. You know, people have to see, yeah, look at the greatness of it. Look how it's changing lives. Look how the happiness is extraordinary happiness. Whoa, look, I just read that. Extraordinary happiness. Yeah, and I see it before my eyes in living color now. It's not just in the book, and then I don't see it because it's just in the book. Now I see examples, man. Experiences, people experiencing the transcendental realm, you know, in Vaishnavism. They're showing the show. You know, they're showing the truth, demonstrating the truth. Hey, what did Lord Chaitanya do? He demonstrated the truth about God and his happiness before the world, and then people got it. They took the gift. Same thing. You come here, man. If you come here, come and stay for a while. and get the gift. It'll purify you. If you tough it out, stick it out, you'll go past the ones like, say, what's her name, Christiana. She got it, something, and then needed to mature. So anyway, Krishna will help her, because she's got it. And gradually she'll understand these things, how beautiful it is to have such friends here. It's very rare. Can you imagine having such a good situation and going? Where else could you go? Where else is there? And I notice, like, just for example, I only preach about this to show you where it goes. They start going to Christians, and pray. That's what I saw, going to Christians and then praising these Christians who are another platform. They don't see it. So, and then there's pollution there because it's another platform. Okay? You lose your real family. This is, this is real family. I've noticed that some, they don't come here often because they're attracted to that level of mixed devotional service. Okay? But ultimately, they'll see it's all about being around the devotees who manifest the consciousness that you read about in these books. See, the devotee Bhagavats. That's what we got. We're making those, converting people into devotee Bhagavats, where people will look at you and they get the book. See, and then they look at the book and they get you. See, it's what it's all about. You recognize real devotees. The book confirms it. Then your experience confirms it. Increasing experience confirms it. What else is there in this? Where is the real path but that? Really, I mean, people don't know how wonderful it is to look at this book and say, wow, I can relate to this, man. This is my family. I knew that when I first came to Prabhupada. I came in 1980 and I got the Prabhupada's book, Science Self. I just instantly went right to the temple. Here's everything. I just want to be a devotee. Where's Prabhupada? Oh, well, he passed away. Oh, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We attracted you through his book, okay? Now we're going to take that all away from you. And they did. Eventually, just got brainwashed, but not in a very good way. Brainwashed that these gurus who are no better than their own disciples are going to deliver them. That's the biggest hoax. It's a hoax. Hoax, hoax, hoax. It's a lie. This is not for the faint-hearted here. If you have faith, if you have faith in that, how are you going to make it here? I don't have any faith in that. That's why I stay ecstatic. You don't have any faith in this, or you have a little faith in this and that. That's the degree that you'll be ecstatic. See, the more faith you have in truth, the more ecstatic you'll become. Because the Lord, he's just, here's a faithful person. Oh, give me himself to them. Yeah, and then you look at this, you think, well, that's religion. What's the difference between all the gurus who claim to be your deliverers than the popes and all these other guys with the cloths? They all wear cloth. You notice? Follow the cloth, man. Ooh, he's a pope, man. Look at the cloth. Inside, he's the opposite.
They're not awakened, Those Christians are not awakened,
The Catholics.
Yeah, Catholics, forget it.
Because they're like the Vaides, like many of them. And they're not awakened simply because they haven't met somebody that's enviable. I don't understand why anyone would want to leave this association. It makes me zero sense to me. Consider how smitten I am with this amazing grace place. I could never imagine feeling any other way. This has become my gravity. Yeah, see, personal experience and listening attentively. But people are they it just happens because people have different lessons to learn. You're fortunate to be able to, just naturally feel that, and you just stay there, and then you won't have problems that these persons have. They got problems. First problem is a hard heart.
Right,
Big
right.
proud. Yeah, and they start doing guru aparad, all of them, everyone, all of them. My ex-wife, guru aparad. They don't believe in this, right? Lily to know I don't believe in what he's doing. There you go. That's aparad. You don't believe in the real Krishna, in other words. See? Mahavir, same thing. Oh, you're just a fool, Lalita. See how it comes right out of their mouth. Vaishnava aparad. You see, we have faith in the real Krishna, Satchidanandan, and they don't. They're big Brahmins. He's a big Brahmin over there. Look at Meena now. No faith in what we're doing in that way. Don't come, nothing. Oh, he's not following the. I saw my thing. She wrote me how she really feels. Oh, I don't have faith in what you're doing. Blah, 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 blah. Always comes down. You reject the gift. Anyway, that's the lesson. They will eventually get it, all of them, because that's how merciful God is. He may just delay the sense gratification, the transcendental sense gratification. Delay that for a while. See, devotees have spiritual senses. It's about sense gratification on that level. See, they're gratifying their spiritual sense. Otherwise, if my spiritual sense is not gratified, I'm not happy, man. I have to. That's the life, man. That's the protection. That's the empowerment. That's this source of inspiration. That's the source of inspiration to act in this world and the next. These transcendental senses they have to be awakened and have to be nourished. See, those persons who left here, they've stopped their progress until they understand that fault, because now they can't really nourish. Maybe some, if they stay ecstatic, then that's the Lord working inside. But if it starts to diminish to nil, that's a problem. But anyway, whatever experience you need, the Lord will give you. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now. And we'll continue another time. Let's see, what do we got here? Buy followers and primes. Yeah, we don't want to buy. Isn't that what it is in the world, religion or the world? They want to buy followers.
They want followers, yeah, as much as possible.
Yeah, they want to buy them. Material, yeah. Buy them off or threaten them. Somehow we want to get followers. Follow our programs. Yeah. So they get power, see strength from people. Yeah. See, the devotee is different. They go to the source of all that. There could be, you think you're going to get life and energy from people. The more people I get, the more energy and consciousness I can use. They're a resource. That's what the demons are thinking. They want to round people up and use them as a resource of energy. See, they need that. And the demigods are the same. They want to get everybody conscious, more awake, see, about what's really going on. See, and they want to round everybody up. And that's why it's always, if we can do this. See, all the devotee does is they just plug into the source of zillions of living entities. They don't have to depend on everybody splintered off and they're all mixed in with all kinds of Maya. You just go to the pure source every day. And the Lord agrees to be with you because devotion has been given. You come in the real line. And you just plug in. It's like you're the plug, and you just plug into the Lord and electrified. You don't need energy from others. That's why I don't need followers. No, it's very nice to have people coming and give me a chance to preach. I appreciate that. It's so wonderful. But I don't need followers to get life from. What kind of life can you, unless you become a real devotee, complete, real, the Lord is in, then I get life from that. But I don't get
It's
life
about
from.
boiling the milk together for the Lord.
Yeah. That's right. So anyway, we'll stop talking for a while. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. Sorry I didn't give you a chance to preach there today.